everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique. Welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Y'all don't even have on my watch. Hold on. There it is. Today is Monday. It is Monday, August the 11th, and we are here to do expense tracking for the last week and to do a transfer Tuesday. So you will see this video on tomorrow. We'll be transferring money over to pay on the Chase Freedom card. All right, so let's get into it. So as you know, I've been taking care of or been handling all of my finances through this personal ring binder. And I kind of moved back to paper planning just to make sure I have something on the go since I got rid of my iPad mini. You all, if you saw my last video, last time I pulled out my calculator, I pulled out two calculators. Neither one of them worked. And remember I told you would see a purchase? Here's the purchase. It was $6 on Amazon. It looked kind of cute, seemed to match my aesthetic. So I said, okay, let's go with it. I am going to be able to cover today all of the charges that you see here. And I'll probably come out just a tad bit. There you go. All of the charges that you see here for the week of August the 3rd through August the 9th. So from a Sunday to a Saturday, I've tracked all of the expenses, and we're going to go ahead and total those up over here on the side, see how much we come up with, and then we're going to go ahead and apply that money towards the credit card. Now, I've been tackling my Chase Freedom as a part of my Transfer Tuesday process, and it was with the hopes of paying that down to zero as far as the card balance is concerned, and not just the statement balance. I've been paying it off every month for the statement balance, but I do want to get that card all the way to zero. I kind of have changed a little bit because I realized how close I was to getting 1 month ahead as I've been working through YNAB. So I kind of shifted my focus and I've been concentrating there. So with that said, I see a path where by the time we get around to the 1st of October, I should be 1 month ahead, and then we'll switch back to kind of paying this off. Now, if I get to the end of the month of August and the end of the month of September, and I have enough money left over in my variable expenses where I feel comfortable taking some of that money and applying some extra to the Chase Freedom credit card, I will. But I just don't know if that's going to happen. We will just have to see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come in here just a little bit different so that hopefully you guys can see. Lord, y'all, was that my child leaving? It was. Thankfully for Sweets. Y'all just don't know how much I love my man. He is handling things. I forgot all about the fact that Corinne had to go to work. Okay. So let's get our totals together. So I'm going to pull out some of these pens and stuff, get those sitting over here on the side. As I mentioned before, I'm tracking every day the expenses that I have. As you can see, on Monday I had a no spend day, and on Wednesday I had a no spend day. Yay, very good. On last week's Transfer Tuesday, I took care of these 4 charges that you see right here. That's why I wrote the word paid in next to those, so we don't have to worry about those. But I still need to cover the cost for Kindle, and then I need to cover the rest of these. Now, there are some expenses that happened on yesterday, which was Sunday. That will go towards next week. So I'm going to take a look at YNAB once I put together all of these totals. I'm going to take a look at YNAB, and I should be able to see how much of a difference there's going to be. So I'm only going to cover the cost from Sunday to Saturday. Anything that's left over that it says in YNAB I still need to pay for the Chase Freedom card, I will catch that up on next week. All right, so let's see where we at as far as our totals are concerned. Now, we start with food. That's the biggie. That's the one that has seen the most money. I have a lot of small print here. where I said it's food or personal or for a bill or whatever the case may be. So I'll just kind of read it off to you and where I am. So first, let's put, where can I put this at? Let's take this out. Let's sit this on top of that. Will that work? Maybe that'll do it. All right. So we have $51.87 for food here. $11.76 Publix. Walmart was $4.09. That was actually for candy, but we're gonna call that food. 2 eggs was the restaurant we went to. That was $37. $6.43 for Starbucks. And what is that? Kroger is $76.95, but only $42.41. I don't know if you guys can see that. Only $42.41 was connected to food. So plus $42.41 equals, I was $153.56 for food. So let's mark those off. So we know these were paid. So I'm just going to scratch those out. All right. Next, I covered these. Food. Food. And food. I got that Starbucks, didn't I? Let me make sure I got that Starbucks. $153.56. So that was $51.87 plus $11.76 plus $4.09. Then that's $37.643 and $42.41. Yeah, $153.56, if y'all can see that. There you go. All right, so we're good. Let's put this back on this side. I think it was better. All right, so for cars, what do we have? We only had one purchase. That was for gas, and that was $30.52. OTC, scratch that off. Over the counter was one purchase down here for $20.97. All right. Next is home. Home is one purchase for $22.92. Okay. Next is personal. So personal has $908 plus $694. That was for the calculator. $694. And that's it. All right, so that total is $1602. All right, next is, let's mark those off. That one's done. And where's that other one at? Right there. All right. All right, so what we got next? So I had one bill for Straight Talk. That was the phone for my son. That's for $41.80. He gave me the money. I have already transferred it over, and it's in my Chase checking account waiting to get paid on the card. So we're good on that. Next, date night. So date night was $169.58. Now, for this bills money, that's already been taken out. We're good. For this one, it says APCU next to that. This money, Sweets gives me money every week. Whatever he gives me, I half it up. I take half of it. I put it over into a credit union account, and that's what we use for date night. And then I take the other half, and I might apply it to, I might, get cash out and put it in this savings acrylic box. I might apply it to a card. Who knows what I might do with that. But this charge for $169.58, that came out of the credit union account. So I am going to, for that one, I'm just going to put a star by it because I want to know about it and I want to know that money was spent. But that did not come out of the Chase Freedom card. I did not use the Chase Freedom card for that. I used the actual credit union card for that. So it's money spent, but not money spent on the Chase Freedom card. All right. So let's mark that one off. And then Bean had $13.57 for him that I spent at Kroger. And then the last one is, so I did cars up there. I did not have to do cars here. So we'll scratch that out. All right. The last one is miscellaneous and soccer, and that's for $22.80. So my daughter's fiance is a semi-pro soccer player, and he needed something from Amazon. It's little things that go on your shoes. I don't know what it is, but anyway, he wanted to utilize our Amazon Prime. So he did give me the money. That's sitting over in YNAB, $23 under a new miscellaneous category that I put that money in there. And we're just waiting for Amazon to ship the product so that it'll get billed and then it'll get charged. So we do have the money for that. Now that one is not sitting on the Amazon card just yet because it was $22.80. We'll go and look and see and check that out, but I don't think it's there just yet. All right. And if it's not, we'll go ahead and, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just go ahead and apply the money now and just be done with it. All right, let's see. Let's come over now that I've finished that part. Let's come over here. And 153, 56, 30, 52, 20, 97, 22, 92, 16, 02, 41, 80. 169, 58, 13, 57, and 22.80 equals. So for the week, I spent $491.74. So my total is, oh wait, why does that say 514.54? Did it take a minute to kick something in? What happened? What happened just now? All right, let's try that again. This doesn't sit as cute and pretty inside of my planner. It's a little wider than the other one, and I'm still trying to get used to these buttons and where everything is sitting because it's a little bit different than the one that I had before, but it's all good. We're gonna figure it out. 1602, 41, 80, 169, 58, 13, 57, and 22.80 equals. No, that was it. I don't know what I hit. All right, so that's 491.74 is the total. I'm going to take off this 169.58 minus 169.58 equals $322.16 is the least that I need to pay on the card. All right, so that's what we have. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to take a look at YNAB for a second. Alrighty. All right. So Chase Freedom shows that I should have $433.01 available for to make this payment. And that's because it's already added in these expenses from the 10th, which would have been Sunday. And remember, we're not adding those in just yet. So everything else should have been accounted for though. So I'm going to go with the $322.16 for right now. And let's subtract those two out. $433.01 minus $322.16. $110.85 that still hasn't been accounted for. So I've got Longhorn. So let's say that's minus, will this end out right? Let's see, minus $79.49 minus $25.78 minus, nope, $22.01 minus $637. So $22.80 is the difference between that this is showing that we're still missing, and $22.80 is that right there. $22.80, the miscellaneous for the soccer. So we are right. We're good. So it's $22.80 that I still haven't had accounted for, and that's because that Amazon charge has not hit. So $322.16 is what we are going to pay on our Chase card. So let's find where Chase is. Let's see what we can do here. Y'all give me a second. All right, good people, we are in. And what I did not realize, and this is now on par, if you notice right there, so they must be about to ship the product, because now I see that $22.80 charge that's listed there. But again, that's going to hold since it's on the 11th, and we're not covering anything after the 9th until next week. So we're going to just leave that until then. So here today, I am here to do $322.16. So let's pay. And let's come here to other, $322.16. That's how much we are going to pay. And what else we're going to do? I'm going to hit done. We're good. $322.16. Let's hit next. And yes, that's how we're going to pay. Next. And total pay today and $322.16. Make a payment and pay it. And there you go. All right, so that is now done. Alrighty, that is it. So as I mentioned before, there are already some expenses starting on Sunday that I still need. I've started to write those in. We got to go ahead and continue that for Sunday. And then it looks like that soccer purchase is going to hit today for the $22.80, so it'll be ready to pay next week. All right, other than that, I think we are good. I'm gonna close that off and we are done. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.